change your everyday life? Are you ready to learn things and apply them? And all of a sudden, your life experience is totally different. In today's world famous podcast, I will be sharing with the world things that maybe you never learned before to help you reverse age in 2026. Grand Rising, everyone. It's good to see everyone coming into the live chat. If you hear me on YouTube Music, welcome to the Our Everyday Lives podcast, where you can take back control of your life. And everything that I'm going to be sharing today, whether you're a man or a woman, these are the things that you want to apply to your daily habits, the standards of how you experience life. When they change, all of a sudden your life improves. And I know a lot of people in 2026, they want to ascend their frequency. You want to reverse age. Do you want to be healthy? Maybe you've been struggling with your health. You didn't really understand, what was truthfully going on. All right. And all of the things that I'm going to be discussing today, I was actually inspired yesterday connecting with an old friend of mine in a grocery store. And, some of the things that, God gives me the answers of what I need to discuss. And a little later in this podcast on the live stream, if you're on YouTube, you will see this world famous diagram. And via this world famous diagram, we have another one. Isn't this great? And via this world famous diagram today, you are going to, people saying, what is he showing us today? Okay. You are going to reverse age in 2026. All right. So a lot of the world, they didn't realize why their maybe health declined. They were given the subconscious programs that you're supposed to age, right? And we are already seeing evidence of people. It's very hard to do this because in this it's the failing modern world. It's actually already finished. So once you have disconnected, from a lot of the limiting beliefs, you have everything that you technically need to reverse age. Okay, so class is in session. It's good to see everyone. Are you ready to reverse age in 2020? That's why you're here. And this message will last the test of time. Maybe take out a pen and paper today. Save this video to your favorites. We are live as we're filming this. Isn't it great when we're live and we're filming? So grateful if you could click the like button in the now moment. It allows others to receive this message live. And you could click subscribe and be part of our beautiful chat that we have going on right now. What's up? Elizabeth, Lisa, Lion Teach, Christy, Christina, Fit Brit, Fifth Element. Thank you everyone for coming in. Oh, and Jill Warsaw, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. Here's to celebrating the return after 3 dark days. Thank you for all that you do, Michael. Love you. I love you, Jill. I love everyone. Grateful for the support. And actually, as we're talking about love, why don't you embrace love in 2026, and you're going to see how you actually start to reverse age and embrace your inner child. I brought Penguino back today because of the outpouring support in the comments section yesterday. So leave comments. I do actually read the comments every single day. All right, so Penguino's back for today to support us on our journey. In today's lesson, all right, if you're here to reverse age and improve your health, we're going to discuss mentality, mindset, stress levels, alignment, for both men and women, examples that you need to do. We're going to talk about the nervous system, the subconscious, and the inner child. We got a lot to dish out for the people today. So, and this might be the first time that you're here, and you're going to have this mindset that you're focused on improving your life in 2026. All right. And this is how we reverse age. Yesterday, when I was in the supermarket, I saw an old friend of mine, Nick, and sometimes you go through all these things. I had a difficult time parking the car. One thing led to another so that I could meet him up with him. The line was all the way down to the end of the store, and we wind up being on the line to check out at the same time. And it gave us the time required to go through this conversation. All right. And, we were catching up, and he was talking, and I see him there, and he's there with his son and his daughter, and I see him. He's telling me about his life, asking me about my life, what I do here on YouTube. A lot of us connect on Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook. The Facebook channel is growing every day as well, and so we're having a discussion, and we were reminiscing about old times in the gym. And, I referred to something, and he introduces me to his son, right? His son shakes my hand like a gentleman, right? So this is what we need. We need divine masculine leaders in 2026. So your son is very strong. So he's on the right path, shakes my hand like a gentleman, and we're talking about, so I look at his son. I said, your father was strong in the gym. He used to come up with these world famous motivational shirts, and my friend, so this part is about the inner child. He used to take the ripped t-shirts with a black permanent marker and write these motivational phrases all over the ripped up t-shirt, right? And we would train in the gym. And there's something wrong with men in the gym nowadays. They train like some people. They have these fads on the internet. But I'm here to tell you, a lot of the things they're always going to last the test of time if you're training in the gym. Okay, so I said, your father used to have these motivational t-shirts in the gym. And so then we're starting talking, and he goes, I saw this random guy. He remembered the t-shirts he's like, you're the guy in the gym that had these motivational, t-shirts, ripped up old t-shirts, and he took a black permanent marker, and he would write these phrases, and everyone would read them, and he would lift all the weights. And I'm looking at him, and he goes, yeah, he goes, I'm in my 50s now. I says, wow. I said, well, it's evident, why you're looking so young, and you got your beautiful, family here. He's with his son and his daughter, right? And I said, and the reason why you're able to, keep going in the gym, looking young, doesn't look, 50s, gentleman for a son. I said, it's evident. It's because you have the great wife. That's why. In today's lesson, we're going to learn all aspects of life so that you could reverse age. So maybe you're in your 50s or 60s. I've seen people in their 80s doing this already. It's amazing. You guys motivate me. Okay. And what we need to do, anyone could teach you how to eat protein. All right. I eat protein too, bro. Okay. But what we need to do is get into the subconscious. We have to get into stress. So I said, your wife is the reason why. He's got a wonderful wife, right? And when you have a relationship like that, you're in alignment. I've seen men absolutely eviscerated, all right, over the past few years. When you have a woman in your life, okay, so first for the men, if you have a woman in your life that is a true divine feminine, your life improves, and you're able to build, right? You actually ascend even in other aspects of your life. Hands me his card. He's in his life, he's working on real estate, and he changed his life. So I remember where he was in the past. He ascended, right? Because all of the facets in his life, he's running like a well-oiled machine. Okay, so I'm telling him about my life, and and it's you have two divine masculines talking, and we have different. What we do for work is maybe totally different, but it's the same mindset. So regardless of how you train, how you go about your life, you have to know these things. So first, we're going to start with mentality and mindset. The first thing is the mentality and mindset that you have, and we both have the same mentality and mindset that we did, almost, it was over 18 years ago. I don't know exactly how long I know him, but it's amazing. It's truthfully amazing. when you have that mentality or mindset. So when you have that empowerment mindset, right? Sometimes we see the halo, right? I talk about the spiritual journey as well. But that mentality and mindset, some people have the right one and some people have the wrong mentality and mindset. So first we're gonna start with that brain of yours. Okay, what are the subconscious programs? What are the stories that you're actually telling yourself? So, again, when you have that mindset, when you're showing up consistently to do your exercise, you don't have to lift all the weights in the world. I'm talking to all people. All right. You have to have that mentality and mindset, and it lasts for years. And here we are talking, I'm seeing it all play out. Your stress levels need to be beautiful. If you are constantly in fight or flight, all right, your physical body, right, it's great to lift weights. It's great to eat protein and stuff. But if your stress levels are through the roof, and I did a full video on this, that video will pop up for those watching me on YouTube on the screen at the end. If your stress level, it's not about abs, bro. Your cortisol is wrecked. Cortisol levels could be through the roof. Maybe you have the wrong woman. You don't have the divine feminine. You have the worthless Jezebel spirit, the modern woman in your home, stressing you out. Okay, my friend was able to constantly build because he had support. A lot of men, they were destroyed by women, right? And then you had to rebuild your life. So now you're constantly in stress, right? You had to go through the divorce, all this other stuff, right? Lost half your pension. So that puts you in stress. So you got to really focus on your stress levels. Or maybe at the workplace. Maybe you don't have the best of bosses at the workplace. Or maybe it's not a boss. You're actually working for a system. And that system, it's taxing your stress levels. How many people in the chat right now, you're getting stressed at the workplace? And there are different levels and layers to stress in your everyday life. So when you go out in the world, it's not just, you could lift all the weights, you could do all the cardio, you could eat all the protein, but if your stress levels are through the roof, you can't do it. I've shared this. I am not condoning people to eat a sleeve of Oreos. But I had a deep conversation. I have a lot of my deep sauna chats, right? Some of you might go into the sauna as well. You have these deep chats in the sauna, and I said to my friend, I said, you're actually better off eating a sleeve of Oreos than being riddled with stress. Not to say, and again, and that's what, the whole, some people go too crazy with the way that they eat. All right. You could have a cheat meal or something once in a while, but the stress, and I lived through this, it didn't matter, all of a sudden when you go through a chronic stress, chronically at the work or in the home or whatever it is, and you're chronically in fight or flight, you can't get your body right. In 2026, you have to manage your stress levels, which also could be stressful for you. You have to make sure, okay, anything, if it's a person, if it's your job, you might have to change your job. The writing's on the wall, and so there is a fear, there is a stress level to actually get out of it. But there's a difference, okay? Please click the like button so people hear this right now. This is the truth. There is a difference when it's a shift stress level or chronic stress levels, meaning you got that narcissist in your home for months or years, right? That's different than that moment of time, which is going to be a short window of time, right? That stress as well. That's not so bad. Okay, you could feel it. So you got to walk to that building. Are you walking into that building with anxiety every single day, right? These are the questions, right? I'm the teacher. You ask the questions. So ask yourself these questions, right? Are you going to the building with anxiety every single day? So you know it, and you know eventually those adrenal glands, right? That's what I teach here. So when it comes to your abs, bro, to being in shape, sometimes it's your adrenal glands. Chronic fight or flight. So it is stressful to actually change the job, but what you need to do is hear this message, and you're going to say in 2026, I have to manage my stress levels, which also means there might be but it's a short period of time. There is a difference between a short period of time when there's massive stress or if it's long-term chronic stress. You got to look at that narcissist every day. You got to report to the building every single day. However it is, and there's other things as well. But in our everyday lives, okay, the two main things that are going to affect you is going to be the job, the workplace, right? What you do for your job. I like to call it a vocation, and a relationship that you have. And for those that are the avoidance, the runners, you know, once you have done the inner work, you will know who to, which we'll get to in a few minutes for our divine feminine, who to let in and who to stay away from. Yeah, you got to stay away from these people, okay? People have asked me, Uncle Mike, how do you stay so strong and young and vibrant? I've stayed away from psychopath women. Yeah, that's what I've done, right? And so you have to be very comfortable, right? So when your stress levels are low, all of a sudden you begin to reverse age. And I went through a short period of time, okay? Click subscribe to this channel. I've had many videos on this, all right? I went through the autophagy, I went through a major transformation phase, which is going to be a book in the future. I'm going to be studied in the future. Isn't that great? Okay. And the video is entitled How to Reset Your Body for Optimal Health. Okay. After this video, I suggest you watch that one. If you haven't watched that one, talk about my whole journey. All right. Stress levels, alignment. Okay. So alignment, you have to have the work, all right, has to be in alignment, and then you're motivated, and all of a sudden you hit the ground running. If you're depressed to do the work, right, so when I click live, I go live on the air. If I'm filming a world-famous video out in nature, I am motivated and actually doing the work, right? I have more energy right now as I'm in the now moment. I feel my energy rising up doing this work than I did when I an hour ago getting up. Your work, and you're going to feel, so you have to start feeling these things, bro. How does your work make you feel? You're stressed out at work. So I know you're getting paid, and you know, I like to use the term the golden handcuffs. Sometimes you're going to have to let it go. I know that relationship is familiar and comfortable. Sometimes you're going to have to let it go. So alignment. So now you could go to the people that are alone. Alignment. When you have the woman that motivates you, wow. All of a sudden, right, you actually start ascending in life. So you're getting a supercharged. So when you have the right person in your life, it's actually a supercharger, right? You hit the lightning bolts if you've gone through this. And I've seen this. I've seen some of my fellow divine masculines, right? They have the right woman in their life in any form. Could be a girlfriend, a wife, whatever it might be. But just so you have them, even if you could talk to them, it's amazing. All right, the charge that you get, all of a sudden you got all this energy to do all these things. You have more when you're in. So the key is alignment for whatever it might be. So you wanna stay away from stress. You reverse age, right? And then you could go even further when you have someone that acts like a supercharger in your life, or the work that you do, the work that I do, it motivates me, right? That's why we could get younger and younger. A lot of people in the past, right? And we're just seeing, all we're doing is we're seeing it in society. All right, a few people were able to do this. I noticed this even years ago. I had some of my former coworkers, right, and then they came back to visit, and I saw them after a couple of years after retirement. They actually looked younger, right? So stress, always remember this, please. Stress is the #1 cause of disease. You got to manage your stress levels first. You have to have the right mentality. That's you, bro. That's you, girl. That's you, girl. Then you could get alignment. Then you have alignment. So, really, seeing, it's a beautiful, what we do on this channel is we talk about everyday life for all people. And, I've seen some terrible disasters of some men that had the wrong woman, all right? And they were never able to build the kingdom, right? So if for the men out there that hear this, you got to stay away, bro. Stay away from the modern woman. Stay away from the Jezebel spirit. Stay away from these people at all costs. If you are the divine feminine, okay, and you want to be calm, you want to have your stress levels, you want to have your nervous system calm, you must make sure you make a intuitive choice. You're going to feel it. Don't think with that brain, woman. Okay, you got to be intuitive. Make sure you submit only to your divine masculine. You will know this through the feeling. Through the feeling. There's a lot of people in the world, and a lot of women. So you went for the guy, right? That was easily. My friend's he was very strong years ago too, right? And he got a strong woman. All right. When you are the woman and you hear this and you go for the beta male, when you go for the person that you could control, right? Like modern women will get triggered by a very strong and powerful man like me, like my brother Nick, right? But he connected with his divine feminine. So if you're the woman out there, right? And you go for the man that chases you around like a puppy dog, and you run away from the divine masculine, your nervous system is going to be shot. So there's so many women that I've seen the stories over the years. We have a tremendous community here. Leave a comment, click the like. Your nervous system, you were in fight or flight because you had a weak man. You chose a weak man to marry. You chose a weak man to be in a long-term relationship with, okay? And I encourage all the women, all right, because some women like to be in their egos. They don't like to admit that they made a mistake, but I'm here to fix this, okay? In the world, okay? You as a feminine, you need to feel safe. A lot of men in the world right now, they are incapable of making you feel safe, right? The chat is blowing up. The women are writing in the comments right now. So if you are the woman, if you want to reverse age, you're going to feel calm, right? Your stomach is going to go down, the cortisol, because you are in fight or flight. Your nervous system is shot. And then what's going to happen is you're going to go on this vicious cycle, because you go to one beta male that can't satisfy you, another one, right? All of a sudden it starts. So what you need to do is make better decisions. We all have to make better decisions, right? Men don't go for the arm candy, right? Be intuitive. Know the woman that go for the person that sparks your soul. Go for the man that you know is your, instead of running away from. That everything is kind of backwards in the modern world, right? That's what we're fixing right now. Your nervous system. Your nervous system is the key for your reverse age. When your nervous system is set to fight or flight, you start aging. Your subconscious. What are the programs that you have in your subconscious? A lot of people want the quick fix. They have all these fad diets and fad exercises, and none of that's going to... Nothing matters. I'm giving it to you straight, Doc. Give it to me straight, Doc. So right now, we're doing it right here live on the air. All right? And I've seen this over the journey through having the little hiccup in my life. Okay? But again, that's why God gives us these things, so we could come back with the cure for our brothers and sisters and give them the actual answer. If we want to know in any aspect of life, I talk about it all here on this channel. If you want to reverse age, your mindset, your stress levels, the alignment, your subconscious programs that you're running in the background 95% of the day, these are all more important. Ready? They're all more important than the amount of reps that you do, how many miles that you run, what's your diet. So what we need to do is get to the energies. Yeah, read the chat right now. Is a little okay. So if you hear this, right, and that's your subconscious program, whoever that is in the chat right now, right? Daddy's here. Okay, all right. That's your subconscious program. That's that's your life now. That's your life. My life, my brother's life, all these other people that are ready to reverse age right now. Okay. Now the chat's blowing up. Please put a like on this video right now. So this is what I have to show the world, and I will be showing this throughout 2026. Okay? It's always you. It's always you. So now I could critique you're Captain Literal Man. That's your Captain Literal Man. Okay? People love this channel. Okay? Because it's truthful. A lot of the biblical texts and stuff having a 300-year. Do you want to have a 300-year lifespan? It's always you moving forward, okay? So the person in the chat, this is you, and we're going to move you to here, okay? So I'm here to help you. This is you right now. I'm going to explain this. We're bringing up the world-famous diagrams are back, baby. So this is you. This is the diagram of you in your energy field. I'm going to explain this. This is what you need to be. Here is the divine masculine. Here is the person struggling. So what we need to do is get all these energies, which I'm going to explain, and get them to do this. And when your energies, I know you can't see them, but we can't see these things. That's why I made you a world-famous diagram. Okay? Explode in the chat if you love it. Okay? So if you are here, we're going to move you to here. Because your physical, and I shared this, okay? You watched my video. None of this is real. And I said, this body that you see before you is still the outer world. It's still, you got to get to the frequency level. That's what I'm doing here, right? So what you're getting on this channel, okay, probably, is very rare, okay? I could teach you how, eat this food, okay? How many reps to do in the gym. I'm here to tell you this. This is the truth. None of these things matter. This is what matters today. That is what matters. Oh, I'm doing all this, and there's people that are in the chat, right? Oh, I'm eating right. I'm doing hours of cardio, and you still can't get the body right. Okay, so I'm going to help you today. I'm going to help you today. All right. So this person here. This person here, he or she has the right mindset, okay? The seal in the forehead, if you will, okay? The open third eye, okay? The right mindset, knowing, okay, that it is capable of what the person is doing, right? As the person said earlier, you cannot reverse age. You will burn in hellfire and brimstone. Okay, so now the enlightened man is going to be here, and this is the mindset. Okay, it's always you when it comes to the mindset that you have. Okay, the nervous system has to be calm and stress-free. This part comes from maybe not your fault, right? Maybe the environment. Maybe the workplace, maybe the female covert narcissist is affecting you, okay? Maybe the workplace is stressing you out. Maybe you're trapped in a relationship with the female covert narcissist. Okay, there's the nervous system, okay? This guy's nervous. Look at this guy's nervous system here. This guy's nervous system. Wow, I'm calm. I'm safe. I'm so strong. So now, because of the mindset, because of the nervous system, now he's got this field. Look at his field. He's building the kingdom, right? He could raise his son. He could build a whole community for millions of people. Look at me. Look at me. I'm strong now. Now my muscles are growing. Now I'm healthy. I could run down the block. I'm 100 years old, and I keep going, and I keep going. All right? Now this guy over here, right? Or this gal, right? She's got the gloom and doom. All right, he's got the gloom and doom. Okay, now the nervous system is shot, and again, maybe, and any one of us could go through this, right? I was in a phase, so this is how we differentiate. Go back to the mindset. If you have this mindset, you can fix this nervous system. You got to fix that nervous system. You got to be strong. Yeah, you got to get rid of stress. Ooh. Okay, so you got to, you love this, right? You got to get rid of the stress, bro. You got to get rid of the stress, girl. Look at that nervous system. That nervous system is shot. And then all of a sudden, you create a negative feedback loop. And I shared this before. So there's people in the world that will constantly, they are going to be programmed by the matrix, and they are spiraling into the pit of doom. Okay? That's also known as the Antichrist consciousness. Your body is wrecked right now. Nervous system shot. Okay, the subconscious, okay, your mindset, you feed it, that you have no defense system, you are getting destroyed, the physical body getting destroyed, the nervous system is frying you, and you are spiraling into the pit of doom, okay? So what we need to do today, do you want to reverse age? Okay, the protein's cool, bro, okay? The dieting is cool, the exercise is cool. Now, so the mindset to get you to do it, the mindset to go down here and fix the nervous system, and now you have this field, and now you are actually creating the reality around you, which also heals the body. So the body is strong, okay? There's a lot of people in this world, right? So your content of character, so now we're going to get to the content of character, okay? When your content of character is strong, bro, right? Look at that body. It lasts. Anyone could do the quick fix, right? I did the video last year about the man in the radio that said, you don't need to work out. You don't need to fast. You could just pop this pill and you could lose weight. Okay, but eventually, and that's cool. That's cool for maybe a year. Over the course of my journey, I've seen, as I'm talking with Nick yesterday, and that's a piece of evidence of another man that's been doing this. Okay, I've seen a lot of people, they get real big, real quick, and then they disappear. All right, so all that stuff is it's gonna tax what's called your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands, so important for the nervous system. All right, you can't be in fight or flight, because this is what actually reverse ages you. Okay, be a quality woman. Be a real woman, right? Not a parasite. You're a real woman, right? That's why I meet women in their 60s. Wow, look how wonderful. Click the like button if you're a woman, if you're the divine feminine, right? Share it to maybe one of these women that are lost, a lost puppy dog, okay? Your body, okay? You could do it. I saw one of these funny memes with if archaeologists in the future, and they had like all the big lips and all that other stuff, and the cell phone, and they dug that person up, right? So if you're the divine feminine, right, you have the right mindset. So you could take that thingy. Okay. So you could do that stuff if you want. Whatever you want to do. Hi. Okay. Your content of character. Are you walking? How are you living your life? It actually affects the body. I did it in the summertime when I was outside. Remember, I had the big hammer. Some people, they loved it, and some people didn't like it. Ultimately, it's the truth. Your body will decay. Okay, write it in the chat. Okay, your content of character. I get it. I've seen this a lot. I've seen it a lot. A lot of these women in their 20s, and they think they're in their ego. Right? I'm here to tell you, sweetheart. I'm here to tell you, looks fade. Who are you on the inside? Who are you on the inside? Eventually, the body, okay, is going to reflect. Do you want to reverse age in 2026? So we have to not have the negativity. We actually have to have the positivity. This is positive vibes. And I know you can't see this, right? So this is a very, very deep lesson that I'm doing today. That's why I have this world famous diagram to help us understand this. So that frequency, all the stuff, it's wild, all the stuff that goes on today. This field is more important than the thing, than being a parasite, than being an attention, you know what, because that body, that you age. And then right? You have to refer to everything outside of yourself. This is about going inside, not outside. You go back. Don't you love how all these lessons connect? When I said none of this is real, and I said this body is still the outer world, you go back to that video. It's going to pop up on the screen for those that didn't watch it. okay? That body, okay, this field reverse ages you. This is aging. This is reverse aging. I can't see these things, but I could see them today. Thank you, okay? Can you see them today? Okay, this is reverse aging. This is aging. Everyone in their 20s thinks they got it. Okay, so that's why I've already seen the evidence. All right, and you see a big drastic change. I'm going to teach about. You want to learn about the microbiome? Okay, we'll do a full video on that. That's too long for today. Let me know if you want to know about the microbiome. Release Door 762. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. I'm here to change the world. Thank you. One whiteboard at a time, okay? Thanks, Michael, and thank you, Lord. Everything is given to us. I am so grateful. Release Door. Let us release. Open the door. Let us release this to the people today by clicking the like button. You say, wow, I want to reverse age too. I want to be healthy and wealthy and wise too. So what we need to do today, all right, we got to make sure, I lost the pointer, okay? We got to make sure that this nervous system, and I've been sharing about the nervous system reset, you cannot be in fight or flight for an extended period of time. If you are in chronic stress, I hope everyone... Okay, so I'm going to stop the chat right now. Holy Spirit 30 with no picture, okay, writes false teacher, okay? So that's gaslighting, okay? How you doing, right? This is the problem in the world. So if you are, I don't even know, if maybe you're the beta male, maybe you're the triggered Jezebel spirit. Wow, I love this guy. He's so real. Okay, that's you. This is you right now, okay? When you are gaslighting, that's your frequency. So, okay, what's a real life? So that person in the chat right now, this is their frequency. This is the hellfire and brimstone. That's your everyday life. That's your everyday life. Fit Brit gets it. I'm not here for you. You can't hear me anymore. I'm not here for you. You get it? Divine Masculine's here. I'm here to do this for people. So you, that person, I'm actually here for the trolls in 2026. You got to do this. This is your problem. It's right before. God always gives me the real life examples. Wow, I've never seen a teacher like this. This is you, whoever the person is hiding behind a picture. You never see a successful man troll. I don't know what it is, but you never see a successful man, right? Like my friend Nick, right? He's raising his son. He's in the supermarket. He's ascending, right? All right. Your high commander's ascending all over, growing every single day. Please click subscribe. That's our field. We're reverse aging. We're reverse aging, right? You get it? Look, the chat's blowing up right now. We're reverse aging. That's you. That's you that wrote that comment. This is you. So what I'm here to do, I understand you, right? And again, it's difficult when you're in this, right? But what you got to do, the first thing you got to do, right, is you got to stop wasting your life. You got to stop trolling other people in the comments section. You got to do better. And you actually reverse age. I'm here to tell anyone, when you wish poorly on other people, so that's that spiral that I draw down here. Otherwise, right, Uncle Mike is here. Look at me. Look at me. I'm creating a community of over 1 million people. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my body's reverse aging. Look at me. I'm healthy. I'm strong, right? We don't want to do this now. No. When you're rude to people, no, that's not good. Then we start aging. Then we start going down a pit of doom. Well, this is... You ever see those people? But I'm here to assist you. I get it. I'm totally... Sometimes we need someone very strong to knock us off the wheel. That's what I do. How you doing? I get it. That is the example. Okay? There it is. This is what we need. So when you saw like maybe even the depictions of Jesus Christ, remember Jesus Christ? Remember the halo? Remember the Sacred Heart? Remember the auric field? Can you see it now? I could see it. I could see it. Look at this guy. He could show me. So that's how we reverse age. This is how we get to 200-year lifespan. okay? And not 200 years, broken down, 200 years of keep going, of pumping, all right? I get it. There's Captain Literal gal out there, right? She thinks she's studying. She thinks she knows, right? Get off the treadmill, sweetheart. Get out in nature. Ground. Get the energy field. The energy field. Your emotions are more important. They're more important than how many grams of protein you eat. In 2026, do you want to reverse age? It's up to you. Get it through your head. And you got to know them by their fruits. Know them by their fruits. That's the frequency. You got to fix at a frequency level. So a lot of my friends that get it in the gym, again, I'm on the internet. A lot of people hear this. And I share this with my mom as well, because she's like, oh, I don't understand. I said, you see those people you said that, why do they do those weird things? Well, the whole internet can hear this. In 2026, you have to do better. You got to say, you know what? I'm going to do better. Because when you are this is always your field, the aches and pains, some people don't want to, there's we all have densities in the body. Okay, I showed a very powerful YouTube short of me getting cupping on the back, releasing energies in the body. And again, there's people out there that want to say, oh, this is hocus pocus. Okay, that's you. That's you. But if a person wants to do better in 2026, if you want to reverse age, and even some of the guys out there, they say, I got to keep getting bigger. Oh, I tap into autophagy, intermittent fasting. This is how you reverse age in 2026. Do you get it now? So your frequency, okay, and again, you have trillions of cells. If you go into the fasted state, you kind of shut it down. You got to shut it down. A lot of people, and again, I'm able to see the bigger picture because I spend time alone with God. So if you hear that and you get triggered by that, that's you. So the world shut down, right, a couple years ago. It was actually a great thing. How many people realize this? You could say, you know what, in the past 5 years, I'm totally living different. You have to shut down. So the micro and the macro, we talk about the collective here on this channel. So you, the person, you have to shut your life down. Could be for 3 months. Some people don't want to do 100 days. I have them all on the channel page, whatever you want to do. And and then you also know if you did it. Some people, then they just shut everyone out of your life. Don't you want love in your life, sweetheart? If you are the divine feminine, and all of a sudden you say, you know what, I'm not going to run away from my divine masculine anymore, right? All of a sudden, that nervous system, you get stronger, you feel safe. You have to know what your energies are. Divine feminine's got to feel safe, supported, all this other stuff. Okay? Divine masculine can't be, you have to have that woman that is your rock. She supports you from a spiritual level. And all of a sudden you start doing all these things. But if you give your energy away to the wrong girl, bro, then your body will start, you'll start to experience these things. It's not so great. All right, so this is about alignment. When you're in alignment, your body begins to heal. Andrew writes, good job, bro. I appreciate you, Andrew. This is what I do, all right? I go from gym to gym. I pick the people up, right? Now we're going out to the world. If you love this, I'm so grateful. If you could click the like button, please do that. It allows this message. And some people might say, this sounds a little strange, right? Hey, if you're hearing me for the first time, or maybe this is pushing you, say, you know what? I'm ready to reverse age. This is not wackadoo things, right? And we could see it, and people will see the replay. That's why I love to go live. I like to do everything live. I like to go out in nature, nature vibes, nature, animals do things to confirm, right? Some of the things on the internet, do things in the chat. It's all real life evidence on this channel. It's all real life evidence on this channel. If your nervous system, And it's you. If you have that program, what's the program? Oh, yes, I can. That's gloom and doom. That's your mentality. That's your mentality. Nervous system, which most of the time isn't your fault. But what we have to do is take ownership about it and say, you know what? And you're going to have to go through that. It does feel stressful. It does feel very stressful. I get it. That nervous system, please hear me, because as we move forward into 2026, this is the answer. That nervous system must be reset. Those subconscious programs must be reset. Because 95%, you say, well, why am I aging? Why do I have all these aches and pains? Do you have aches and pains? Oh, you heard that? Okay. So I went through this journey. God gave me, and I'm grateful that God gave me these things, because what God gave me is a lifetime of to be a teacher, to teach all these things. I had this chronic lower back pain for a long time. And those that know my journey, so what that represents is the lack of support. Okay, it could be financial support from people. A lot of people know my journey. So you might be a person, right? And there was a lot of crazy things that happened in 2001. Maybe your finances were uncertain. You didn't have the support. You didn't have the income. Maybe individuals within your own community, they try to stab you in the back. So then, okay, and again, so now we have, it happened. So now how do we fix that lower back? And I went through this for a long time. So now, and I'm giving it to you. So on our journey, we heal faster and faster. I'm passing it forward to you. You guys could push this out by clicking the like button so other people could fit. So there's how many, that's like noted with age. Aging is that lower back. Lower back represents support. Could be finances. If you're a man, you didn't actually have the divine feminine. You had worthless modern woman, right? You didn't have no support. And also don't be the beta male. See how I teach everyone? Right? So that woman is not supposed to financially support you. If you're the divine feminine, this alignment. I'm teaching alignment here. And this is how your body, all of a sudden your body, whoa, man, you're so strong. You're reverse aging. You're anti-aging. You're not supposed to age the way that you are. A lot of these things are emotions, the stresses, your field, your nervous system. I didn't realize that the nervous system, bro. I shared a lot today. You could connect on Patreon. All you have to do is download the app. I'll put some of these videos all together. It's not about abs, bro. I talked about that. If you could fat burner, I got into working out years ago, and it's cool. It's cool, bro. You take the fat burners, but then one day, and you're fine with it. You're fine. Someone's going to hear this, right? And your life is going to improve. And you say, I'm going to take the fat burners, right? And it just becomes part of your thing. You don't need them. But what's going to happen is your adrenal glands are going to be your adrenal glands are shot. I learned this. Adrenals are shot. And then one day the stress erupts at the workplace. One day that sleeper cell, that female covert narcissist is going to erupt. And then your stress levels are going to erupt. And now, okay, it's okay for a little bit of time. It's okay for a little bit of time. And you say, I could get away with it. Stress, it's always stress. Okay, please share this today. This is the answer to reverse aging. It is stress, and it is stress. What's the main thing that's making me age? Stress. What's the second thing? Stress. And what's the third thing? It's stress. It's all stress. I'm telling you this. And that's why once you realize this, you won't allow, you have to study these things, get the nervous system calm. Claudine, I love you too. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. Lisa writes, facts. These are the facts of life. If you're a woman and you went through this, please share this to other divine feminine. Because you are in fight or flight. You are actually having to do the man's role, right? You were never safe. I teach everyone to fix that brain. You got to fix that brain in 2026. 2026 is the greatest year of our everyday lives. Jill Warsaw, 1111, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support. Elephants and gorillas are so strong and eat a ton of protein, and they eat fruits and greens. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. In your life, okay? And if you think about elephants and gorillas, if you think about, that's why that video is exploding. Did you see my video with the two swans? You better watch that video. I said, that's why. That's why. Because in this world, you see men and women and people that are friends. They just love each other, and their bodies are calm, and they're floating around. They were floating around in your Uncle Mike's background. That beautiful. They came swimming over to me. Look at the love those two swans had. But if you're in this brain, if you are the modern woman, the Jezebel spirit, that is the embodiment of. If you are the beta male, which means weak men create tough times. If this is your field, okay? That's what the swans don't do that to each other, okay? They don't try to outdo, they're not competing with each other. It's wrong. It's about cooperation. They taught us that on Sesame Street. So once you start doing that, and then the conversation that I have with a real man, and we're supporting each other, if you're concerned with drama, I was joking around with my mom. She watches General Hospital, the drama. If you're a man, are you a man and you are concerned with drama? Wow, bro. Wow. Are you trolling another man in the comment section? And if you're a woman and you choose to date a man like that or marry a man like that, it's your problem. It's always you. In 2026, we are going to be strong. We are going to be healthy we are going to reverse age in 2026. Jen writes, support is key. So what you need to do, if you're getting this, wow, this guy is, I'm like your consciousness coach. It's amazing. It's amazing what goes on in life. Fix this consciousness today. Fix it today. Don't do this. Don't do this. And live, ready? Live, the last thing, live in authenticity. Just be real. I'm real with my brother. And, just to reflect back with him and, reminiscing on good times. We're in overtime right now. Click like if you want me to continue. Because people need to hear this stuff. We used to work out in this, it's like a terrible, like no ventilation gym in the basement. It was 2 levels, and the mirrors in the gym would fog up. It was terrible. It was the greatest times. Now I have a gym. It's really fancy. It's got all this fancy stuff. The greatest times in my life were training in and that's why during, this time period right now, right? Sometimes you're going to have to get back to the basics. And it was such a great time. And I didn't understand this years ago when I'm 20. I didn't understand. Now I do. The greatest times that molded us. And it was just, so he had the ripped t-shirt, and it was like a thing. And he would take this black permanent marker, and he'd write all this stuff all over the t-shirt. Oh, I'm like, we're working out. And here we are today. Younger, better, ascended. This is how we reverse age. This is how we reverse age. David writes, that dude says the quiet part out loud. That's what I do, brothers. So many people resonate with this channel because I say the quiet part out loud. I appreciate you. I love you guys. I love you guys so much. So this is what we need to do in 2026. We have so many things that are being distributed to the community. Please click the like button. I'm so grateful. Click the subscribe button if you're new. Daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Sometimes we have podcasts like this. Sometimes we have world famous videos out in nature. Go over to the channel page, check them out. There will be videos that pop up on the screen and in the pinned comment. Check them out. It's a tremendous time. It's time to reverse age. It's a biblical time period, but a lot of these things, they're not, And I get it. Some people, they're in here. But what I'm showing the world is you need this. And your body is going to reverse age. The second you get the stress out, I've seen it. I had an experience. I've seen people that have finally got through long-term things to help them. When your stress leaves and now your nervous system is calm, you have the right mindset. You have to fix your own mindset. I'm going to pay this guru. I'm going to do this. It's always you, bro. And that's why I shared, and I'm so grateful for all the support on this video today. I could coach you up in the gym, show you how many reps to do, what to do this, how many grams of protein, all this other stuff. Ultimately, and I know it's new to a lot of people, but it's your frequency. And that's how you reverse age. Reverse age is the frequency. I'm grateful for all of you. Hit me up on Facebook. We share all day on Facebook as well. Post on Facebook, Patreon, Instagram, TikTok. Utilize the hashtag OurEverydayLives. And today, and we're going to be talking more about very powerful stuff tomorrow. Now is the time to go inside in this now moment as I'm actually leaving this message right now. You could totally shift 2026. The things that you dreamed about. If you did everything that I shared today, everything, and go to the playlist, okay? Health, wellness, relationships, finances, job, everything goes to this energy. I'm here to teach the world. Grateful for your support. However you do it, the like, the share, the hype. I have a playlist for those that are new. Top 25 of 25. You catch right up real fast. All right, you binge watch top 25 of 25. You are right back into caught up, right? Click subscribe. Check out its first main video on the channel page for those that click subscribe. And I'm grateful for that. Helps this information get out to the people. You are going to reverse age in 2026. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you guys so much. I love you. Keep going, kid.